That's right, guys. I'm back for tonight to talk about a Star Wars controversy that I just noticed just recently. People that think that women have ruined the latest Star Wars film. I'm, of course, talking about Episode 8, The Last Jedi, which was a really polarizing film. It shocked a lot of viewers, and it played with their expectations and threw them out the window in service of a better movie that was both different, new, and still faithful to the Star Wars lore. But among those that criticize this movie, there are those that go, "Oh, women have ruined Star Wars with their social justice propaganda. Oh, we should drag these feminists out on the street and haul them off to Saudi Arabia." Guys. Trust me, Star Wars isn't ruined by these women. In fact, a lot of these women in Last Jedi were well written, well acted, and they had a lot of authority over the movie because that's the roles they were given. They were given generals. Rey is obviously a Jedi looking for answers and training from Luke Skywalker, and she discovers a lot about herself, and the man she went to train with, that's a big plus for her. And her connection to Kylo Ren is, well, interesting, to say the least. Um, we don't know whether or not they'll be blood relatives or if Kylo Ren's just having this big hard on for Rey for some reason, but the dynamic between them, especially when they were going up against the Shadow Guards with their ninja sabers, was fucking stellar. And of course, you have the rebel general who was second in command to Princess Leia when she was taken out of commission for a while. Literally, she's a general. She enforces the rules over her subservience, and that includes pilots and ordinary groundmen. Plus, she's responsible for taking care of the biggest threat the resistance has ever dealt with before, up until they got onto the base. How do you not say, holy shit, here's a woman who's not only controlling, not only powerfully voice acted, and not only dominant, but also made the biggest sacrifice thus far for the entire resistance in order for them to retreat from the First Order. How is this woman not praised? Now, before all you type in your little comments saying, they should have kept Admiral Akbar in. Yeah, I've seen the How It Should Have Ended series. But keep in mind that the director and the story artist wrote the story up so that Admiral Akbar, once the TIE fighter shot the main course of the ship, would die and Princess Leia would be sucked down into space along with him. Okay? Now I found that scene a little bit odd, but I didn't really care. We're part of a growing new world. The universe is expanding, and so's the lore. So's the new generation, by the way. Let them have their moments now. I mean, what? Are we gonna have another outrage about this in episode 9? Jesus, grow the fuck up. The advertising didn't play up, oh, women are in charge now. Just played up, yeah, these characters are going to be important. Their genders are completely irrelevant to what's happening in the story. Again, this just feels like another case where people focus on the gender and race of the characters playing in the movie rather than focusing on the story itself. If it's a great story, what the fuck should the gender matter in this case? And guess what? Last Jedi was a great story. It threw you through loops most of the time. It challenged you to think. It challenged us from Rey's perspective about who her parents were. It challenged us with the multi-layered story of how Kylo Ren turned on Luke Skywalker back at the Jedi Temple. It even presented General Snoke as being the most powerful Sith Lord in the entire First Order, yet he was cut to half by his own Sith Padawan, Kylo Ren. So before we look at genders, let's just look at the movie altogether. It's a great movie with a great story. Let's just move on from it all. Okay? It's done. It's over with. By the time the DVDs are out, this problem should be blown out under the rug and completely swept away. Okay? And if there still are women, if there still are people that think that women ruin Star Wars, I advise you to look at the beginning with episode 4, 5, and 6, where the rebellion was led by a woman. Okay? Look at that, and then look back to this movie. You're gonna see just how hypocritical you guys really are when it comes to this shit. What the hell do I know?